All right, so I did a thing. Welcome back. Today we have a super special delivery. I'm thinking it'll be here in about an hour. We've already had a delivery today, which I did tell you about in last week's video. We were getting some veggie mix for the garden beds, the veggie garden beds. We have 2 ton here. It's a little bit noisy here at the moment, a bit of traffic going on. This is bizarre. Now the plan was to shovel this into the back of the John Deere Gator, do multiple trips. I don't like shoveling. I mean, it's good exercise, but I feel like you're wasting your back. Just found out though that something is about to arrive, so that might make it a little bit easier. Now we are about to hit spring. The temperature's warming up. Today in particular has been like unseasonably warm. Like it's full t-shirt and shorts weather, which means all this grass is going to start growing soon. I've almost forgotten about the robot mowers just because it's been winter. There hasn't been much growth at all. So I have turned it on today though, because you can visibly see the growth over the last week. So I will be getting these things fine-tuned. We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 here at the moment, 1 in the garage still to set up. I will be getting them fine-tuned, so I'm not spending an absolute eternity just mowing every day. Plus it'll finally be good conditions to actually test them in, because you know, while it's been good to see them working here, I don't think they're really being tested just over the cooler months where there's very little growth. Look at that glorious sun. I've even noticed the extra colour in the ryegrass, which is a cool season grass, but it does seem to be loving these growing conditions. We've still got a little bit of discoloration in the middle there. I want to give that a mow now. I do have a lot to do. Maybe we can quickly take the top off it. All right, we'll give the rye a super quick cut using the Massport rotor roller, which I really feel I haven't given enough love to just because of circumstance. I do have a full video on this mower. We will have to be super quick mowing though, because our special delivery is mere moments away. Now they're not the straightest lines in the world by any means, but looks all right for a very super quick mow. You could go over it a second time or third time even if you really wanted to bake them in there. And it's arrived. Thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate it. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
You too. We met the other day, didn't we? Briefly? Yeah. I've got a forgettable face. Wow. So there it is. All right, so I did a thing. I bought a mini excavator, a Cat 3015 from WesTrac. Here we are. Unfortunately, Nicole is a little bit too encouraging with this sort of stuff. Like normally you'd go, hey, I think we need a mini excavator, and you know, your partner might go, you know, do you really need that? But you're a little bit too enthusiastic, aren't you?
Yeah, but watching you now, I feel like it's a bit like Bob the Builder.
How so?
Because you look like it's a miniature excavator, and you...
I don't know what that means.
Well, it's just that you're both little.
Well, that's a perfect fit then.
Yeah. It's cool though, hey?
It is awesome. I don't know how to use it yet. I've had a little play in another area very quickly. And I am dreadful at it, but I will get better, I promise. Over the years here, we will have quite a number of projects where this will come in handy. So it's going to be a good asset to have. I
did wonder if we'd overestimated our capability when it arrived, because it looks like a serious piece of equipment.
Yeah. And
we have no idea, and we're not great at reading instruction booklets. Well, we just never read them. No,
but we will do everything the safest way possible, because, yeah, you're mucking around with something like this. You could hurt yourself or someone else. So we will be taking all precautions necessary. Do
you think this makes us real homesteaders now?
No. No, I still think it makes us Pitt Street farmers. Probably more so. But yeah, I'm very excited about having it. It's not the sort of thing that's going to be like put to use every day or anything, but we're going to be building a house here at some point, so there will be, you know, quite a bit of stuff to do. And I'm sure just by having an excavator here and people knowing that you have one here, jobs will come up.
Totally.
The neighbours are already excited that it's here, so.
What's its first job?
First job, we got some 2 ton of garden veggie mix.
Veggie mix. Yep.
Delivered the other day, and while we could shovel it into wheelbarrows and wheel it up there.
Why would you?
I want to use it. Yeah, I guess we're just going to attempt. This could go really messy. There could be more mess than it's worth, but we're going to give it a crack. I'm going to back the John Deere down here. That has a hydraulic tip tray, so that's going to be super handy just to tip it into the veggie bed. Is it going straight in or just not, is it?
No, because we can't get to it.
I feel like we're going to be like triple handling, but it doesn't matter. We're playing with toys. That's all that matters.
Maybe we could tip it into the wheelbarrow from the John Deere.
Maybe. I just got to give this a go, don't I?
Yeah. At least you worked out how to turn it on this time.
Excuse me. The John Deere does go back in a couple of days, so I really don't want to damage the thing because that is on loan. This is not. Surely it can't be that hard. I feel like I'm going to make more mess than, but I'm having fun. That's all that matters. Yep. And we're not shoveling. Oh! I mean, that's kind of a success. That's all we needed to do.
Good job.
Now, while it may look like absolute overkill what I'm doing here, I feel like any of these little tasks, practicing, just getting the feel for how the controls work is probably a good thing. How am I doing?
Yeah, you're doing much better each time.
Ah, it was a baby one.
That's still okay, that's good.
Oh, nice full bucket, that one.
Awesome. Perfect.
Okay.
I think you did that really well.
I think that's probably giving me a lot more credit than I deserve. Hey, beach shoveling. Hello chickens. So we have our first load up here ready to go. I think we're going to be smothering, we're going to be putting some cardboard down there and then smothering it with the veggie mix. I think that's what's going on. We'll check with Nicole. What are they?
They're grow bags. They were at the Bunnings checkout, like they were $3, and you put soil in them and then you can grow herbs or anything out of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like them.
I thought I haven't hung them straight. I thought that might irritate you.
I don't know what it is about them. They look like cheap $3 bags that are just thrown on the wall.
Yeah. But I think when you've got like some basil or something in there.
You got a whole mix of things here. We're doing a few things today.
We are doing a few things today.
Okay. Well, very quick potato update. We have, is it called sprouted or what's germ? No.
The plant, they've germinated.
Well, I guess they'd germinated previously because they were a whole potato. Anyway, they've started to grow up through the soil. Do we have to do anything with these today?
So with these today, I think we're just going to mulch it with the sugarcane mulch. Mm-hmm. So there's a few different schools of thought, but the one guy I've been following on YouTube said that it's just as good to put sugarcane mulch over it. So that's what we're going to do.
Who's the person following on YouTube?
Self-sufficient me.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And he's done about 3 or 4 experiments with potatoes, and he said, like in his opinion, the sugarcane mulch works just as well because the idea is that you cover the plants when they're first growing.
We're covering them.
We're covering them. Yeah, we're
Okay.
going to cover them with sugarcane mulch. So that's.
And is that going to suppress the weeds as well?
Yes, yes, it will. Yeah.
But these will keep growing through.
Correct. Yeah, because they're stronger.
They won't want to see sunlight to grow.
No, because the thing with potatoes is if you get sunlight below the leaves, then the potatoes go green and you can't eat them. So you want to keep them covered to increase your yield of your crop.
The whole time you want to keep
No,
them?
just for the initial growing period.
Okay.
Yep. So we're just going to put a couple of inches of sugarcane mulch on that bed there that you're looking at. Mm-hmm. The bed behind you we're going to fill with soil.
Yep.
And
Should we do that first?
I think maybe, yeah.
Did you Did I order it or did you? I did. I ordered it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the veggie mix
It's
comprised of?
So it's just the soil compilation is sort of looser to allow vegetables to grow.
Okay.
So it doesn't get as compacted, is my understanding.
Okay. Do you need PPE for this?
No, I don't think so.
Nicole wants to throw down some dynamic lifter prior to doing this. She did instruct me I don't need any PPE, but the bag instructs otherwise. So we're going with a mask, gloves and glasses. I get a lot of people ask about the masks that I wear. Generally when I'm doing my Free Mo Fridays, those big jobs where I'm out there for hours and hours, I wear it's a rubber one. It's a GVS P3, which is a pretty serious mask for gardening. But if I'm just doing light stuff like this, I find the RZ ones are good. The only thing I'd say is, yeah, if it's very hot, you're going to be very sweaty. These filters can get, you know, what's the word, clogged up with sweat or just saturated, then it makes it hard to breathe through. But if I'm just doing lighter stuff, they're more than enough.
I'm glad you didn't say moist.
Sorry?
I'm glad you didn't say moist. Can you do both beds, that one and that one?
You want both done? And
actually this one too.
Which one?
Where the veggies are there.
Does it say how much? Have you read it?
I have. I was just going to sprinkle it lightly.
Vegetables and herbs in garden beds mix 100 grams per square metre. The cloth on. What's next?
So we're going to do the soil first or the straw first?
I think the soil.
That will be enough for that bed.
You
It
think?
spreads out a lot, yeah.
I would also like to point out, it's very hard to read, like even the instructions or anything on the back. That's really interesting, isn't it?
You know why that is?
I mean, I've got a fair idea. I did walk out this morning and noticed that this was completely under Nicole's car, so somehow she'd managed to run over it without knowing.
I did hear a noise. I got out. I thought one of the tyres was flat. I checked all the tyres and I had no idea.
Refer to safety directions. Mask as well.
But you have to break it up, yeah.
Oops. This feels like a really fine mix.
Yeah, I usually would use sugarcane mulch, but they didn't have any. So I feel like it's the same thing.
So what's this mulch going to do?
So it keeps the heat in the bed, keeps the weeds down, and then as it breaks down, it provides nutrients back into the soil.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why you mulch all your beds. You got multiple uses. So we'll wet it down. We've got to wet it all down later.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's 2 beds down.
Right, these beds also need soil too. We're going to put some cardboard down first to try and suppress this kikuyu, and then fill it with soil. But first, maybe we'll follow up a couple of things from last video. Our slug traps, those slugs have like turned into just like a mushy yuck thing. I think we need to replenish that with beer.
Yeah.
We'll do that shortly. The other big one, we did get a lot of comments. We were asking for feedback about why the broccoli had gone to seed, and the answer was?
I planted it too late in the season, so it should be a cold weather crop and it's too warm, so that's why it's bolted and gone to seed.
So are we just going to pull these out?
No, I'm going to let them flower. I'm going to try and collect the seeds.
You're going to be a seed collector?
Yeah.
Okay, so no broccoli for us over summer?
No.
So you can only get it in the cooler months?
Apparently it just goes to seed when it's warmer, yeah.
Okay.
It is unseasonably warm for this time of year though, in my defence.
The other thing, we put coffee grounds around the plants to, apparently it stops the slugs walking over them, as you would say, Nicole.
Well, have you seen a slug walk over it?
You know they don't have legs, do you? Did you see in the comments I had a few people say that that's an old wives' tale?
No,
You didn't?
I saw some people say that it needed to be much thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I had other people said that eggshells as well. Apparently that's a garbage story as well. But
Okay.
it was kind of 50-50. People saying that it's factual, others saying not.
But coffee grinds are also good for soil.
Sure.
They break
sure.
down,
But the
so-
main reason we were putting them was to try and stop
Yeah.
the slugs
Yeah.
walking.
Walking. Well,
Yeah.
like I said, I've not seen a slug walk over there, so I feel like it's successful.
Do you feel like there's less slug damage this week?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Me too,
Especially
maybe.
in the other bed over there.
Where the other
on the right.
slug trap was? This
Yeah.
thing's falling over. Is that what happens to them?
Yeah, because I haven't staked it or anything. So
Okay.
I'm just going to let it go. I feel like they'll be ready to pull like by next week anyway.
All right. Were there any other... Oh,
You can see how healthy the parsley's looking. Everything's starting to grow now because the weather's warmed up. The carrots look fantastic on the other side.
Yep. Someone said about thinning them out. You have to thin them out. Maybe that's why we had the mutant carrot.
I did thin them out.
You have thinned them out?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Okay.
I popped 3 seeds in each one and then I just kept the strongest seed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
so I did that when they germinated. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And finally, the snow peas. Did you thin these out, or?
I did. I tried to string them back up and it
Yeah.
was just a losing battle. Like the string's not strong enough. So I found that wire trellis that you're holding onto leaning against the fence.
This all looks a little... How you going?
I just folded it over like a tunnel and they can climb up that. They're the normal peas, but they look super healthy. But you see all the white flowers?
Yeah.
That's going to produce fruit soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fruit.
Well, yeah, the pea. And
I feel like
also-
these are going to be a failure. I feel like there's still...
No, I thinned them out quite substantially.
They're yellowing at the bottom now.
And that's because they're not... apparently that's because they needed to be fed and watered.
Okay.
And I do think I need to do some sea salt, which I have with me today to feed them.
All right.
And then ideally I should mulch them a bit more as well. So,
There you go.
but I feel like the biggest problem is that there's just snapping because they've got nothing to hold on to.
Yeah,
So I guess what I learned through this first sort of bed that we planted is that I didn't thin them out enough from when they germinated from seed. Like I put a lot of seeds down.
Yeah.
Also, I should have prepared the trellis they're going to grow on before I planted the seed. So I think my order was
That's what I would
wrong.
have done personally.
And what I'd really like to do next time is to have, and I think it's the best thing to do, is to build a wire tunnel or archway that they can grow up and over.
An archway.
Yeah, like
Have you seen people do archways?
I have. They're called
Okay.
cattle arches.
Okay.
And I feel like that's something that would really be beneficial.
Okay, we're all done. This place is already looking a mile away from what it looked like when we started. Almost resembling a veggie patch. Make sure you subscribe because there's much more going on here. I might even start that pizza bench next week. But it's good to be making some progress.